Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Silver Fox Hot Takes, 103,000 subscribers now. He's done well. He's got over 100,000. I like his crack, and he's quite intelligent as well, and he knows economics as well. And he keeps you up to date with the. He seems to get the general breast of what's going on as well, and what a shitstorm we're in here. So we're talking about the budget here. Budget, Rachel Reeves, November the 26th, possibly 3 weeks and 2 days away. It's going to be a shit show. It's going to be an absolute shit show. I'll tell you now. I mean, the video's called "Prepare for Rationing." Prepare for rationing. And as I keep mentioning, hold on a minute. Here we are on the national debt clock, UK. It's just loading at the moment. So, dun, 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 dun. What's the finale? Come on here. Come on. Give us the grand total of shit here. 3.24 trillion. No, we're halfway through. We're halfway through the one. A billion is that? We're halfway through a billion. So 3.2 trillion. I think it's, oh, fuck knows how much it's went up since I first mentioned it, but it's fucking quite a lot, to be honest. I think we were on two something at the time, so it's went up quite a lot in this time, as you can tell. It's flying up as we spend countless millions on shite and foreigners and you name it, and ever more into an oblivion. By 2030, you will own nothing and be happy. Prepare for rationing. So yeah, let's have a little bit of hot takes, see where it's going, or how fucked we are, which is very, I already know this, but let someone else tell you as well.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Another day, another bad news day for Rachel Reeves. Misery heaped upon misery from business leaders whose confidence, it seems, has hit rock bottom. I don't know, I think they're starting to dig beyond rock bottom and going down further than rock bottom. But hey, it's the budget, of course. A new survey has revealed that, basically bosses are very, very worried and unhappy. Rumours are mounting that the Chancellor is going to unveil massive, inappropriately large tax rises, hitting everything from income tax, widening the scope of VAT, taking money from pensions, having exit charges if you want to leave the country, which will only hasten many, many more people to.
Yeah, she's gonna have seen this earlier on today. A 20% tax on everything you basically have, even stocks and shares. 20% of everything you have if you try to leave the country after she brings this in, locking everybody down. Again, it's not really a good idea to leave the country because they're going to fuck you in another way. You can't come back. And if it all goes to shit, which it will, because this is the new world order, everybody's involved, all countries are going to fall in line. We're all just going to get there in a different way. Europe is a combined union, so Europe will fall together. I mean, there's again a third world war. Europe probably gets decimated in the third world war. They have a habit of getting decimated in the wars. So there's a long road to go here, to be honest. And economically, it's going to go to shit. On the peace, it's going to go to shit. But it already has. Everyone's getting fucking stabbed to death in the streets. America's blowing up because they've stopped all the benefits. Europe's pretty much the same as England. There's a massive migrant crisis, and I watched a video yesterday of people trying to get on a bus in Portugal, and there was that many people. They all piled on the bus, broke the bus door, and then the bus couldn't set off in the end because they'd all broke the door. So they literally not even broke it so it wouldn't shut. They broke it so it'll come off the bus. So about 50 people, seven of them, probably more to be honest, because he couldn't literally move standing. About 100 people spent about 10 minutes getting on this bus to break the door. They all have to get off again because the bus couldn't go because they broke the door. And that was in Portugal, so it looks like it's a shit show over there as well, to be honest. So, yeah, the prepare for rationing, national debt of doom. 20% tax on everything you own if you try and leave the country, including stocks and shares. This guy mentions buying gold and sneaking the gold out. You can't tax the gold. But again, and this is only one budget. Like this is one budget. We've got another budget in like 3 months, 4 months, and then we get fucked again because we haven't managed to fix this deficit, and then we'll get fucked again this time next year, probably slightly earlier. This is a very late budget, the latest it could be. So it's a shit show. It's a constant, forever, never ending till we've all owned nothing and we're not happy whatsoever. That's what's happening here. Again, as we go further down this road, it will become more apparent. But that is really what's happening here, and it's all part of the one world government, one world currency agenda, the new world order. That they want the one world currency. So what they're going to do is destroy all the current currencies, and then when they offer you the new currency, you're going to have no fucking option but to accept it because this one's completely been destroyed by debt. Is where we're going.
Leave the country, etc. But these will only really affect the private sector. Public sector, of course, will all be protected because, hey, she daren't tackle that. The effects, of course, are going to mean massive unemployment, companies closing, people relocating, etc. Meaning she's actually going to get a lot less money coming in. But hey, try to explain that to her.
Yeah, so she got less money coming in as a knock-on effect because of this number and having to pay the interest on this number, but less money's coming in, so we have to print more money to pay the interest. It's all a cycle of shit, as I've mentioned before. We're stuck in a cycle of shit, and everything she's doing is making it worse.
Seriously, try to explain that. She doesn't understand it. She does not. She cannot. Too stupid. But the IOD, the Institute of Directors, which has a membership of approximately 20,000 people, these are, it's business. It says general managers, it's directors, it's what's the word? CEOs, business leaders, self-employed leaders, things like that. It's a very broad spectrum, very broad church. It said readings in recent polls of optimism that they've conducted in the economy remained at what they're calling historically low levels and possibly record low levels. The index stood at dismal minus 73. The previous month it was minus 74, so you might say there's some improvement, but that's like saying, oh, well, you're only eating that much shit less than last time. But it's going to get worse because obviously once the details of the budget are revealed in 3 weeks' time, we're all going to sit there and go, are you kidding me? Or some won't. Some will be expecting going, well, that's it, my mind's made up, bags packed, on a plane, off you go, and then get all their money out of the country as quick as possible before she takes 20% of it as you leave. Yeah. My advice to everybody is if you're going to do that, turn it into gold and then bring it through on several trips, piecemeal. A little bit here, a little bit there, boom, 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 boom. Take your time, get it out. They can't tax it, can they? But the confidence rating in Britain is the lowest, really, for the last couple of years since polling started, ever. And the Institute of Directors isn't finished.
It's the job's really fucked here again. I can't stress that the job's fucked, but it's been fucked on purpose and it's fucked for a reason. But you've got no. I mean, if we weren't going to collapse the economies and bring in a one world currency, literally no one would have a future ever here. But luckily, they are going to collapse the economy, bring in a new economy, and the young people will have a slight future. It'll be a really shit one, to be honest, where you won't be allowed to own anything, and everyone will be a brainwashed fucking idiot who's not allowed to take their head out the smartphone, where all the information on the smartphone will be completely controlled by the state, and you will not be allowed to know anything other than what they want you to know, and you'll be a drone, basically, while you run around and operate all the machines and build all the shit while the rich people will do what the fuck they want and just live life happily and don't give. And yeah, that's kind of what's going to happen, to be honest. Well, that's the plan. So again, we've tried to tell people this for about 20 years that this was coming because this has been. I mean, it's been a bit planned longer than 20 years as well. This has been a plan of the ages. This has been a plan for about fucking 100 and odd years. It just takes a level of technology to control the world. Well, now we're at that level of technology. They're implementing all the plans here. So again, this is all kind of written down in Agenda 30, etc. and various other government agendas and bodies and fucking. It's all kind of written down and there to see if you look through it all, but nobody does. Nobody can be bothered. And yeah, we're all being the shit in the end. So that's we're all prepare for rationing was the name of that video. Bear with me just a second. So we're on a channel called Luke Mikick now, 34,000 subscribers. Seems to know does economics and stuff is from what I've gathered. This is about the EU. So as I mentioned, the EU is like a single entity. So the EU will go down together. So you've got America, you've got the EU, you've got the UK, you've got Australia. We've seen what's happening in America and Australia, and there's massive similarities to England with the Online Safety Act, etc., etc. So that won't be too far behind in Europe, you would imagine. So again, this it's all being done state by state, and the reality probably is that the like Putin, etc. There is no war in the boardroom, so to speak, and it's all just a show for the people to get us where we're going because we need conflict and division to get there. Because you can't, without conflict and division, we can't further the rules, so to speak. So this is on about the EU and the digital euro coming in and having a limit as to how much you can have. Again, you're not allowed lots of money because if you have lots of money, you won't go to work, and if you don't go to work, then you're of no use. And again, to the system of the new world order. This is probably after a war where there's less people as well. Again, AI is taking a lot of jobs. So these are generally the plans, but here's the crack.
The European Central Bank just passed one of the most insane laws that I have ever seen in my 9 years in this space. This is their official website, and as you can see, they are officially proposing holding limits of between 500 and 3,000 euros for the coming digital euro, which is coming a lot sooner than you might think. Now, before we get to the digital euro, just want you guys to notice this official update on their website. This was supposed to be telling us about the digital euro, but it had 41.
Oh, hold on, we've lost quality here. No, have we? No. Why has it gone so blurry? What the fuck's going on here? Hello? Hello? There we go. Yeah, digital euro coming sooner than you think. Again, they're going to get rid of cash. The digital ID will only really work if you get rid of cash because people will be able to circumvent it with cash. So cash has to go for the digital ID to work. So that's what's going to happen. Again, they're not really bothered about any of this cash, you know what I mean? It's just bits of plastic. They can literally say tomorrow, right, we don't use that anymore. For cash is finished, and all the cash that you've got in your purse is useless. There you go. They're not bothered. They won't collect it all back in. They don't really care. It's all just bits of plastic. There we go. Cash is finished in the swipe of a pen, so to speak. So all this is really coming down the line. Again, digital currency, it's all coming. And again, holding limits, so you're only allowed so much money. Yeah, we're all in a shit show here. And again, it's going to be just all pushed through while either everyone's sleeping or they just don't give a fuck what you think, to be honest, because enough people are sleeping.
Mentions of the term holding limit. Look at this. It's insane. We've got a lot to cover on this exact topic, but this isn't just a European idea. We made a video a while ago looking at the Bank of England's proposal to ram through 20,000 holding limits on.
As we see there, Britain's would initially be limited to 20,000 of digital pound, Bank of England. Again, they're going to take everything off everybody. Again, we're all going to be slaves to the New World Order. Where if you don't serve a purpose, you will be gotten rid of. There'll be no fucking benefit system whatsoever. That's all going to be thrown out the window. Again, you're watching in America, the whole country going to tear itself to bits over the whole affair. And again, this is how you make people cause massive division within the country. You get a large section of the country completely dependent on a benefit, and then you pull that benefit away. And when they complain about it, all the people who don't get benefit complain about the people who do get benefit. And there you go, you've got massive division in the country. with prospects of people robbing shops and attacking people to get food. As it gets worse and worse, and people get more desperate, and then that's causing massive division, in effect, a civil war between two sides: the people on the benefit system and the people who aren't. And I mean, I don't think the people on the benefit system will gather together in an army, so to speak. Although I did see footage of people had set up a checkpoint down the road from the supermarket, and there was about 7 or 8 of them standing there with guns. And anybody coming out the supermarket that drove down the road, they were literally just pulling them over with the guns and stealing all the shopping. So it's going to be a real shit show in America if it doesn't sort itself out in the next couple of weeks. It could get real bad, like real bad, as people get desperate. I mean, I put the video up this morning, but there's loads and loads of people on both sides complaining about the benefit people, complaining about not getting benefit and having no food for the kids. There's really like, it's going to be a shit show, to be honest. It's again, and if you learn about that, if you ever want to take an empire down, you do it from within. It's an age-old tactic, and Britain could be facing similar things with a civil war. Again, completely disrupt Britain, completely disrupt the day-to-day life of Britain and Britons in Britain with a civil war, and again bring its country to its knees. And America's going a similar way in a different fashion, all about the same time. Again, we've all got this digital ID coming in as the economy sinks. They're going to get rid of the pound for digital pound. You're only allowed 20 grand. You're not allowed to be rich anymore. I mean, it's a shit show. It's a fucking shit show.
On the digital pound. So why are we seeing similar laws rolled out in the UK and Europe? My guess is that this is going to spread all around the world, and this isn't just about control. This is
It is definitely about control, but maybe it's about something else. It is going to spread around the entire world, yes, because the New World Order is the entire world. It's a one world government and a one world currency.
about something much deeper that I think is beginning to kind of emerge right now as we see the Fed print money and inject it into the banking system. Because look,
There's going to be a shit show. We're waiting on a black swan event where the stock market collapses again. We're kind of waiting on that. Might not be this year, might be next year, but there will be some sort of catastrophic stock market collapse in the very near future. And that'll set the ball rolling on plenty of other shitstorms to do with the economy as well. Again, I mean, it's I can't stress how much this is all completely planned. Do you know what I mean? It's all completely planned, and yeah, it is all about control, like control of everything, what you eat. Again, on this EBT for the American government, they've knocked all snack foods and crisps and sweets and everything like that off the EBT. Any snacks or anything at all fatty or anything like that. So, and you've got all the non-benefit people saying, good, you shouldn't be getting any of that. But again, more conflict. But again, that's telling you what you can and can't have. So again, control. It's again, honestly, I can't. It's only going to get worse as well. It's literally only going to get worse. I mean, we live in Britain, thank God, so we aren't in this shitstorm right now. But we'll be in plenty of other shitstorms of a similar ilk in the very near future. I seen today a school in Wales got locked down because of some reason. So I mean, honest to God, I'm waiting for something real. I mean, we've got Aston Villa game on Thursday. That could, against Macca Tel Aviv. That could go real badly as well. There's protests planned outside the stadium, so there is some YouTubers going down, I've seen. So we'll see what happens there, but that could go fucking bad as well. Maybe I don't know what'll happen. I don't want to say anything. Just let's hope it goes all right. But there's no Tel Aviv fans there. But who knows what could happen to the team bus or something? You know what I mean? Who knows with these people? So I'm going to leave it there. And I only played a minute of this, but I just wanted to show you he was on about a euro pound, a digital pound, a euro pound limits to how much you can have, and all this other stuff with the economy and Rachel Reeves and Silver Fox and prepare for rationing. We're heading down the plug hole, as I've been mentioning for quite some time now, but it can only ever get worse, as I've said, and it is. Here's the national debt.